was my dream to live in Island Bay, and I would drive around the bays and I would just visualize living in Island Bay and living right next to this beautiful white lighthouse. And I would just dream about it. And for it was about maybe 13 years, I would just drive around and go, oh, I want to live right next to the white lighthouse. And there's a little island in Island Bay. It's so beautiful. So I'm in front of the island in Island Bay. And I just put it out there. God, Goddess, Spirit, angels, guardians, guides. I bring everyone in when I pray. Thank you so much for my life. Gratitude's a very big part of it. So thank you so much. I really, really want to manifest a house in Island Bay because my husband said, okay, we're going to buy a house in Island Bay. It's time. I said, oh, good. I've been waiting. So, okay. And I put it out to the universe. I want this and this and this and this. And I said, exactly, everything I wanted, down to half new, half old, modern kitchen, modern bathroom, some work to do on it, but not everything. And tsunami safe zone, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I mean, I had a very detailed list. Okay. It was a long list, just like manifesting my man. It was pages long. Then, because I know now, get really clear, crystal clear on everything you want. So I don't leave anything out now. So I had this long list. And I mean, God, the creator, must go, my goodness, she's demanding, but you know what? I deserve it. And this is the other thing you need to put on your list, is knowing that you deserve it. And I just know that I do. And, some people might think I'm a bit of a peacock, but you know what? I am a bit of a peacock, but a peacock's an animal, and it's a beautiful animal. And why can't we have what we want? And why can't we be beautiful like a flamboyant peacock? So anyways, I did my peacock number and I shimmied my feathers with lots of gratitude and love. And I said, and can I have this view? I would love this exact view. Like this view would just, oh, yes, please, this view. So I go home, and I'm not kidding. I go home, it's about 45 minutes later, because we lived 45 minutes from Island Bay. I check my email, and there's an email from a real estate agent, and she says, how about this house? And it was everything, every single thing on my list. And it was also right behind me where I was. It was literally right behind me. And not only that, it's right next to the white lighthouse. So I got everything that I wanted. And then the other thing about this, that turned up 45 minutes after I said the prayer, and we still own that house. We will never sell it. And that's the house we're moving back into in January. So I'm so excited. We've had it rented out for 3 years. So the other thing is the white lighthouse is right, like on the property. So it's right next, the land next to the white lighthouse we own. So it's like such a dream come true. And it did take time. And this is the other thing I want to share with you, is sometimes you're putting your order in and you're putting it out there of what you want to manifest. And you're like, why isn't it turning up? And people get really impatient with the process. But trusting the process, trusting the journey, trusting that you will get what you need. It might not always be exactly what you think you want, and sometimes it is. I mean, oftentimes I've gotten exactly what I want, but I always get exactly what I need. So be patient with the process and the journey. If you go to a restaurant and you put your order in for your meal, do you go to the chef and go, okay, when's my meal coming? When's my meal coming? You got to trust that they're making it. I mean, unless it's like they forgot and you need to remind them that they have, maybe they did forget to make your meal. But most often we get impatient with the process and the journey. And so being in a place of trusting divinity, trusting the journey, that was amazing. And here's the mess part of it. Remember how I keep telling you about the mess, is that my husband and I went and looked at the house the next day, and everything's perfect. and everything is on our list. And him and I are giddy, like, school children going, oh, it's our house. But we're trying to contain our glee so the real estate agent doesn't see how excited we are, because we know the prices will go up. So we're trying to be like really like calm, but inside going. And so when she left the room, we're like, and then we go down underneath the house, and the whole thing was a disaster. It was a total money pit disaster. The whole thing needed to be repiled. The foundations of the home were completely messed up, and the house was not on the market. It was private. And so she sent it to me knowing that I was looking for a home, but I was wondering why nobody else was interested in it, because it was such a great house. And then there was just this one metal rod holding up the whole living room. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, and I was like, God, I was so upset. I was like, God, Goddess, what's going on? Why have you done this to us? And I went into this like victim mentality about it. And I'm in my Nissan Pathfinder, and I said, come on, tell me, is this really our house? I want to know right now. Give me an answer. And this little black car pulled right in front of me, and the license plate said house for you. House, and then a 4, and then you. And I was like, well, that couldn't be any more clear. When we ask, we get the answer. And here's the thing. We had to rebuild the whole foundation of the house. It was our house. We had to do it. And we rebuilt the foundations of our life as we rebuilt the foundations of our home. Metaphorically speaking, it was exactly what we needed to go through together as a family. And we rebuilt the foundations, and we got our dream home, and it took a lot of work. And so this is a misconception of manifestation, that people think you're just going to put it out there and it's going to arrive on a silver platter. And sometimes it does. I mean, it pretty much did, but we also had to do a lot of work as well. And so, we when we do the 7-week journey, we visualize, we dream, but then we have to do the work in order for those dreams to come true. So there is work that also needs to be done in order to manifest the things that we're wanting to manifest. So is there any questions about that? No? Yeah, I have so many stories like that, so many stories, and we still own that house. And the foundations were rebuilt the day before one of the big earthquakes in Wellington. And the builder said, I was going to take a break and have a beer, but something told me not to, that I needed to keep going. I said, well, I'm so glad you listened to your intuition. And the house is rock solid now. It's a very good house. And you know what? If it was absolutely perfect, we might not have been able to afford it. And so everything happens for a reason. Thank you, Julia. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. I love seeing your beautiful faces. Love, love, love it. Yeah, thank you.